Hello. Right. Good morning, everybody. So I'm Guillaume Rousselrock. I'm project director for Boccard. I'm managing the project modification for nuclear power plant. We do a lot for EDF, ONO, CA. We do about 20-25 projects per year. I'm here with Xavier Robichet, our technical manager, who prepares all the documentation for our intervention, the inspection test plan, the risk analysis, all the documentation, the specification are prepared by Xavier in our organization. And I'm here with David, who gives us a lot of support to deploy site flow through our organization. So we are here today to explain you why we have selected site flow, what was our return on investment, what were our expectations, how we did it, and comment je fais pour avancer? Sorry. Okay. So we are here to talk about why we did it, how we did it, who was involved, who is critical to be involved. We have signed with SiteFlow 2 years ago during the last WNE, and we want to share with you our if the goals are reached today. What is the bilan? So let's go. So we all know that we work in nuclear industry. We have lots of documentation. Pardon. We have lots of documentation, so each project needs a huge amount of paper for follow-up of welding, follow-up of assembly, follow-up of all the operation. To give you an idea, we produce about 800 documents per year, only for our perimeter, to manage about 20-25 projects. So it was a huge challenge for us to change from full paper to full digitalized solution. Ça a marché là? Okay. So here was our expectation, our goals of return on investment. So first, we spent about 50 days to produce an inspection text plan. The document to do a work is about 50 days of preparatory work in the service of Xavier. So we want to reduce this phase to gain on the time to market. Next, we spend about 400k euros on only my perimeters in non-quality of documentation. So error done by the preparatory guys, document to rework, document to rewrite. So it's about 400k per year. So we expect with SiteFlow to reduce strongly this non-quality cost. Then we use about 40,000 hours of document production per year for Boccard. It represents about 25 people full-time. Our expectation is to reduce this amount of hours by about 20%. And we will see after 2 years where we are. And then the last one, how we want to share with you how SiteFlow has an impact on the image of the company. It's a real part now of our unique selling proposition. On all the bidding we do, we talk about SiteFlow. It's a real game changer on the planning, on the fight against CFSI, on the time to market, and we want to share with you where we are now. Ça avance pas. Okay. So Xavier will tell us, and with David, sorry, will tell us who is to be involved, how we have managed to develop this solution. We have to involve and enroll people at different levels of the organization, and David will tell you about that.
Thank you, Guillaume. Yes, it's a project. It's not only a solution, it's a project, and that means when it's a project that we need to do together, both SiteFlow and Boccard. It's a journey together, and I would say the journey is not finished. We're still going on this journey, but at the beginning there are major, very important steps to go through. Organization analysis, change management, in order to be able, after at the end of the project, to be autonomous, to be Boccard doesn't need SiteFlow anymore to use SiteFlow, and the idea is to be autonomous at the end of the project. And you have major, I would say, profiles or people you need to mobilize in your company. A sponsor. It's very important. It's a game changer when you want to do a project that is a transformation project, not only another tool or another way of doing things. It's a real transformation. So you need a sponsor. So you need to have the backup of the management, because people are going to be involved. A project manager, thank you, Xavier. A product owner, someone who's going to be very keen on the solution and keen on the business, and make the go-between the business and the solution. And of course, key users, people who are very keen on the solution, happy to use it, happy to see the benefits they have every day with the solution, and some experts to ensure that everything goes well. Meaning, we're going from paper to digital. Everybody must be very comfortable with that. Everybody must be comfortable that it's going to be an advantage as regards to quality, as regards to following the way you do the job, following the way you do the reporting, following the way how you work with your customer, the end customer, EDF or others. And of course, you have the support of SiteFlow as regards to those very important profiles. So the three, I would say, very important: go step by step, work together, and have very specific profiles in order to be autonomous at the end.
Thank you, David. So now I will give the talk to Xavier. Xavier will tell us, okay, so Xavier will tell us what was the schedule, how we have deployed it, what were the main phases, the main gate, and how we organize it to do a full SiteFlow today.
Yes, so as I said, David, it was a journey, a one-year journey. So we started at the beginning in 2024. We start with the configuration of SiteFlow. SiteFlow is a digitalized solution, but it's not focused on piping jobs. So we are doing during the first month the configuration of the tool to be able to follow up all piping activities in Boccard. So you have on top of it the configuration of the tool with the different gates we had. So we had a steering committee, in total of 3 occurrences of steering committee to ensure we are going in the correct track. And in the meantime, we had a real project, which is a modification for EDF. You can see here it's a skid, which is we can see at the booth if you want to come after at the booth. And this one we follow up during workshop activities and job activities as well. We chose this project because we knew that during this 1-year configuration development, we will have 3 site activities. So we'll have some iterations to fine-tune configuration of SiteFlow in case of needs. So we did a beta test with internal beta test after we did the double up of documentation, paper and digital for the EDF project. And at the end, in September 2024, going through the steering committee, we decided that the configuration was done and it was okay to deploy with perimeters of modifications and maintenance.
Thank you, Xavier. So can you just tell us what was the strategy, how you what was the impact on the organization, how you deployed it on the French territory, on all our agencies, how did you schedule it, and how you plan the training?
So strategy was based on 4 pillars. The first pillar was the perimeter. So as I said previously, it was on modification and maintenance. In Boccard organization, we have agencies all around the territory. So we decided to go through each agency to train them according to our planning. And for the training, we had training sessions that we set up with the Boccard Academy. And so we ensure that all profiles who has to use SiteFlow will be trained first before using it on site.
Thank you. So what is important and what we want to share with you is where we are now after 2 years. For us, it's a real success story. David helped us a lot. All the SiteFlow team helped us a lot. And we want to share with you what are the results and what are the results compared to the return on investment expected. Sorry. So Xavier.
So here we'll see the result of it. So first, the number of documents. So we have 857 flows. One flow equals to 1 ITP. So in 1 year, we did more than 850. We had 74 people trained on SiteFlow, and we are planning to have more than 150 by end of the year, this year. We had the development done with EDF, but now we are currently using it, SiteFlow, with CEA and Orano as well. So it was a huge development to have these clients allowed us to use SiteFlow. And we have the workshop in south of France, Pierre Latte, with using SiteFlow. We have a workshop in Portugal as well, with using SiteFlow. And the last workshop based in Rouen. And
so
after for the
yeah,
please.
now so if we summarize, sorry, today the test phases are done. All the double job is done. Now we do full digitalization on my perimeter, on the modification project. We have trained all our preparatory guys and girls. We have trained all our workers on site for the perimeter of the modification. We see the first benefits on document production. So we have earned about 20 to 30% in the production of the document. We gain a lot on the when we have to aggregate the final documentation. We have reduced by I would say 30 days to 5 days now, and we can reduce more. And over that, it's a really game changer, and it's really well accepted by our clients. We are changing of century because it was quite we are quite old-fashioned. We worked in quite old-fashioned way, and it helped us to get new contract and to attract young people in the industry also, because we have a really lack of preparatory guy in our industry. It's hard to hire some new and young guys, and SiteFlow help us a lot in this démarche. So for us, it's a real success, and I thank you a lot, Xavier and David, for their work for these 2 years.
Thank you.
The goals are achieved. And now Xavier will tell us what are the next steps. So we are at 2 years. All the projects are done on SiteFlow for the modification, and will talk to us what we want to do now for the next 2 years.
So what is upcoming? It's first how you ensure that the guy or the girl who will do the job has the correct skill to do it. So we are planning to have a gateway between SiteFlow and WinLassy on the tablet to ensure that the person who is signing the task has the correct skill to do it. It will be the same for the technical control task. The second thing is Boccard. It's an in-house solution. So Boccard is keeping records of all welds in Boccard, and currently we are exporting in PDF, uploading in SiteFlow the PDF. So we want to have a gateway to have this automatically done. And after, it's a document control. I think all of you are dealing with a lot of documents in the nuclear field, and about how we sure that the guy on site has the latest revision of the document is BP, and so on. You know the story. So we want to have a gateway between SiteFlow and SharePoint, our software for document control, to ensure this. So it will be a full digital integration, and we are planning to have it done by 2 years, as said Guillaume. And after, it will be the old data management. So with the SiteFlow, Boccard, we are keeping records of everything. It's nice to have this, but after you have to manage all this data. And first of all is target production improvement to see which tasks are taking a long time. After, it will be a real-time status of progression of any type of activity. And even for our client, it will be very helpful to communicate every week where we are with activity progress. Obviously, after you have dashboards with Power BI and CFSI mitigation.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Do you have any questions? I'm sure you want all go through the journey that Boccard and I and SiteFlow did. Everybody's jealous, I'm sure. Questions? Desires?
What is the range of cost for such a solution to deploy in a company of this size, please?
You want to buy something? Come and see me. I'll give you the numbers. No worries. It depends, on the configuration. You want the number of users. The business model is users, like one license, one user. Then it depends on the number and I would say the options you need.
Any other questions?
But I can answer a bit to the question of cost, because you have two costs: the cost of the license and the cost of the development. And how we have built our return on investment, we have built on the reduction of non-quality, reduction of CFSI, and reduction of hours to prepare the documentation. And what I can tell is that today we have reached our return on investment, so it's a success.
So what's the target price per user?
You want to buy? Come and see me.
Okay. So no, just give me a range.
I don't give range. I give value.
Okay.
Come and see me, explain me your processes, explain me the value you can get. It's very important because it's it's very customizable as a solution. So please, honestly, come and see me.
But yeah, I understand the cost around the license, but another benefit that we have seen is that it's a huge tool to standardize the document. The document was different from Blayet, Gravelines, document we do for Orano, for CA. It was almost one guy, one document, and now we have worked a lot, and Xavier worked a lot during 6 months to standardize the document. What we have to write to do a weld, what we have to write to do an assembly. And to go with SiteFlow is also these benefits. We have really standardized, simplify our process, simplify our tasks.
Thank you. I just want to add something that is very important. As you said, sometimes you go to digitalization because you want quality, you want productivity, you want attractivity. And then you want to see standardization. And then afterwards, and some of the customers, and I see Orano in the audience, that are having the journey with SiteFlow with years ago, they have a lot of data. And this data is very valuable when you want to improve yourself, see what are your non-conformity, where you're good, where you need to improve. And the more data you have, in fact, there's a great value in it. Rather than have data in papers that you cannot use, you cannot transfer, you cannot analyze. So afterwards, site was very cheap.
Yes, on our stand, on Boccard stand at G064, we have an iPad with SiteFlow. You can try it, you can use it. On one of our projects, we have done a demo, and we'll be happy to show you. And you can go on the stand of SiteFlow also if you want a bargain on the on the license.
If you want a bargain, you can see me on the K052. Thank you very much.
Thank you.